Welcome guys to another Tales of Middle-earth. As you know, I'm your channel host Adam, and today I have with me
Don.
And Don comes here from the Newmarket Games Club and the OSBGL.
That is true.
So you might have also saw him on a recent video of our monthly discussion that we're doing. So roundtable discussion. Yeah. That's right. So every month, Don and I are going to get together and hopefully record some footage and discuss stuff that's happening around our tables.
Yeah.
Right.
And the community.
And the communities, right?
Yeah.
So and upcoming games and things like that. And so that will be our monthly videos where we get together and discuss.
But what's this video all about?
This video, though, is all about the Hobbit SBG.
Right.
And today we're doing a 400-point match between Don's dwarves,
Durin's folk,
and my Umbar army. So what are we playing? What matchup scenario?
We're doing Domination today. So we got the 5 objectives already set up on the board, ready to go.
We got the board all ready to go as well. We are going to be using one of the sand mats that I actually procured while I was at Articon. And I somehow got them across in my suitcase. I don't know how I fit everything in there, but I did. So, but why not get right into the match?
Let's do it.
We'll show them the board, show you the armies, and we'll start rolling off from there.
All right.
So this here is the 4x4 board that we are playing on. Like I said, it's the desert with the ruins and stuff thrown up on there. The mat was, I can't even remember, GameMat.eu I think made this mat, and I just bought it from James while he was running Articon. So that is the board with the statues and ruins in the desert. So we'll show you the armies next. Going with the desert theme, I thought I would sort of come along with my go use my Umbar army. So for my first warband, I have Dalamar with 3 Watchers of Karna, no bows, and 5 crossbows, or I should say arbalisters. Next, on my second warband, I have the Knight of Umbar on horse, 3 Abrakan card, 4 warriors of Corsairs of Umbar with spear, and then 4 Corsairs of Umbar with shield and sword. I'll show you Don's army next. So this here is Don's 400 points of Durin's folk. So Don, why don't you walk us through what you're using, starting with that warband there.
That warband is led by none other than Gimli.
Bam.
Yeah, and he has an assortment of different guys with him. 2 Khazad Guard, 2 Iron Guard, a bunch of dwarves with mixed weaponry, shields, bows, 2-handed axes, and he's even got a ranger with a bow.
And then second warband that you have?
This one is led by Balin.
Yeah.
And very similar warband. The only difference would be, I think, that this fella here has throwing axes instead of a bow. Awesome.
So that is the army that Don's playing. So let's roll off next for deployment. Here's the roll off for deployment. I roll a 4, 2, Don's 3. You know, Don, sorry to do this, but I'm going to make you move your guys over to this side because I want that side of the board.
All right.
Starting with Dalamar and his warband, I'm going to roll to see what I get. So they have to set up within 12 inches of the center of the board. And so that is where Dalamar and his horde, or warband, is setting up. Right there in that building, within 24 inches. Don's first warband, he's setting up his balance, so here's the roll. And he can set up anywhere on his table.
Excellent.
A hedge. Or half, not edge. And so Balin and his dwarves are set up there. He does have 2 archers up on that walkway, and Balin in the middle, and his warriors up front there. So here's a roll off for the Knight of Umbar and his warband. I can set them up anywhere I want. Woohoo! And the Knight of Umbar and his warband have been set right up there in the middle of the table. Don's last warband that he's setting up is going to be Gimli and his dwarves, and he can set up anywhere he wants with a roll of that 4. And Gimli and his warband have been set up there, so why don't we roll off for a first round priority?
Let's do it.
I got a 6. Don has a 5. Going to me first. Woohoo! So these guys here are just going to sort of shimmy up a few inches sort of this way during the movement phase. And then Mr. Knight of Umbar is going to be casting a lovely spell on Gimli. So Knight of Umbar on Gimli. It's going to try to one die a command, or sorry, hey.
Compel?
Compel, thank you. I was thinking of the good version of it, but it's compel. I get a 6. That's a lucky one.
It is.
Yes. Is he going to resist? Alright. I'll move Gimli back. And Gimli is just placed back there 2.5 inches after his compel. Alamir and these guys are just going to be moving up. Right back here. Just like so. Coming through the doorway. Right there. So over here, during Don's movement phase, these dwarves here have been placed in the far back corner and really can't do much shooting. So, what are you going to do with them?
Well, I'm going to bring this guy, he's going to try to climb down there.
Alright, here's the roll. It's a 6, so he's good.
Oh, he's good.
Woo! Jumps. Or climbs.
Down to here.
Yeah.
And we'll do the same with this
Other guy as well?
Yep.
Alright.
See if I can get another 6.
There's a 5. It's good enough. It's good enough. He doesn't fall on his face.
No.
No. And we'll continue back with the rest of Don moving. So he just moved those guys up and still has to move that warbed there. At the end of the movement phase, all my guys, like I said, moved up just through the door. Those guys stayed still. These guys move forward. Those guys have shifted over that way, putting up the screen on Gimli. And these guys are just rushing forward. So we'll come back with shooting next. So the Arbalisters here, the 5 of them are going to shoot into the Khazad guards, right?
They're Iron Guard.
Iron Guard. I don't play.
Or walking bullseyes, as dwarf players like to know.
Walking bullseyes. So I have 5 shots. Obviously, I'll have in the ways for the front 2 guys in front. So I need 4 plus. Let's see. They all hit. Oh, I want this roll again for wounding. Oh, here we go. So get in the ways. So we have 2 that get through. So I'll put 1 on each. I'll do randomly. Actually, I'll roll for both. See who they hit. So that one will hit that guy. High on the other side. So 1 on each. Here's the first roll for that guy. It's a 5. What's their defense?
6.
6, so he is dead.
Yep.
And then the next guy, it's a 3, so nothing. Then there's 3 hits on those front guys for the in the ways. I have a 5. Defense 7.
He is a defense 6.
6, okay, so he is dead. First blood goes to the Arbalisters. Alright. This Iron Hill dwarf, or Iron Guard dwarf is throwing an axe at, I'm assuming, one of the Watchers?
Yep.
Okay, one of the Watchers. 6, it hits. And 6, it's a dead. Dead.
That's a
Watcher
rare sight.
Watcher and Karna. 2 6s in a row, that's pretty good. Anybody else?
Okay, this guy here is going to shoot his bow into one of your Abrakan Guard.
Okay, one of the Abrakan Guard, okay, so.
He did not move.
He gets another 6! Look at this!
So far I've rolled 3 6s this game. I love this game.
Yeah, so your bow is
2.
Oh, so you need 5s. It's all good. And there's a 2, so no death there. Thankfully.
2 more shots here from these guys.
Okay, those 2? Yeah, and who are they shooting
This guy will shoot over here at this fellow.
Into the Watcher Incarnate down there. Okay, so here's a roll to hit.
That's a hit.
Uh-huh.
And I don't believe there is an in the way.
No, there's no in the way.
Okay.
And that's a cock 2. That's a 5.
Strength 3.
Oh, he's very much dead as well. 2 of my Watchers Incarna have been killed.
Okay, and this guy here.
Yeah.
He'll fire into your Abrakan Guard.
Abrakan Guard, yeah.
So again, needing a 4.
There's a 5.
Look at me go here.
Oh my goodness. And it's a dead Abrakan Guard right there. Bam. And with the hail of arrows from both sides, we'll come into priority for the next round. I got a 6. And a 4. Priority goes to me. So, for my start of my movement, Dalamar here is going to charge into that model right there. Before he gets into actually combat with him, he's going to try a throw and dagger. Misses. So he's just going to charge right into that guy there. And then this guy will also charge into that guy there. And we'll come back with the rest of my movement next. Before the Knight of Umbar finishes his charge into that dwarf there, during my movement phase, he's going to do a 1-die immobilize on Gimli, needing a 4 plus. Oh, no.
Might it?
No. No. No, not happening. I was thinking about it for a second, but then I'm like, no. So, then he just charges in on that one dwarf there. Gimli's moving here during Don's movement phase, and he's charging into that Corsair there, and he's going to throw an axe into that guy's face. Let's see what happens. And he hits with a 6.
Look
You're rolling a ton of 6s this game.
Come on, throwing axes.
Yeah. That's about 5. That would have been a dead Corsair. That's a 1. That's nothing. Woohoo! But he gets charged in there. So we'll come back with the rest of the movement next. So the end of the movement phase, this is what it looks like. These guys are circling around to come over to the combat. Those 3 guys are sitting on that objective and flanking the sides as everybody else is over here rushed. Gimli charged into 1 with 1 guy there. And we got Dalmar and the Knight of Umbar on 1. So we'll come back with shooting next. Starting with the shooting phase, these 2 Arbalisters are going to shoot the front 2 guys there. And let's see if they hit. Double 1s? Nope. The next 3 will just shoot again into that group of 3 guys. And we got 2 hits. And then their defense 7.
Yep.
Need 6s. No. 1 and 2. Nothing this turn. Let's see how Don's shooting goes now. Don has a bunch of shooting over here with these guys, but that's about it. So Ballin has a throwing axe.
Yes, he does. So we'll fire at one of these
guys
chaps here.
Okay. He's moved.
He has.
Okay. Nothing.
Miss.
Okay. Bow guy.
Bow guy. He has not moved.
Okay. You're shooting at the same guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Missed.
Oh, maybe my shooting luck has run out here.
Yes. And then you got 2 more throwing axes.
2 iron guard throwing axes.
Yep. So
1 hit.
Yeah. Let's see. And that's a 3, so nothing.
And the ranger
has a throwing axe on the very end.
Yeah.
Right there. And
that is a hit.
Oh, they have
he has a
3. Oh, yes. Excellent.
Look at this.
So, here's a wound. And 4. With a strength 3, right?
Yep.
So nothing because they're defense 4 with their shields.
Okay.
So, Gimli here has called a heroic combat this phase. I haven't called any heroics with my heroes there. So, you have 3 dice because you're using the 3 attack option with Gimli's axe. Plus, he has how many? 1?
1. And he will fight normally, not two-handed.
I have 2. Let's see if you get the 6.
Okay, so here's Gimli's.
You get the 6, automatically win, because I do not have the fight value of you. So,
alright.
Let's see if you can kill him.
Okay, so this is Gimli's 3.
Yep. Gimli can't kill him! Yeah!
A bunch of junk. And the Khazad.
Yep.
He'll save the day here, you watch.
That's a 4. What's his strength?
4.
Oh, that does save the day. Boo! And he gets to push back the inch and kills that 1.
Phew!
So Gimli charged into those 2 guys, and that Khazad charged into the spear support there. Come back with the rest of the combats next. Starting here first, I have the Watcher of Karna versus, looks like an Iron Guard, a Ranger, and then your Khazad Guard.
Yep.
Alright, so I think you have the higher fight value.
I
have to double check.
4.
And I got a 3 highest on my roll, so let's see what you get.
Okay, the Iron Guard will faint.
Yep.
The other 2 will attack normally.
And you get the 6 to push me back. Let's see if you can get him.
So these are at strength 4.
Yep. And you get him. And that Watcher is dead. We're going to do the Knight of Umbar and Watcher next.
I'll be shielding.
You're going to be shielding. Yeah. So let's see what I get. I get a 6 on that die there.
Okay.
Push him back. You are knocked down, so I'll roll this twice. And Dalamar gets the kill with that 6. We then have the Abrican Guard on 2. Let's see what I get. I get a 5 high. That's pretty good. You have a couple of die there.
Yep, the 2-hander will fight normal.
Okay. You get a 5. I believe you have the higher fight value at fight 4. We actually are both fight 4, so here's the roll off. 1, 2, 3 goes to me. 4, 5, 6 you. Goes to me. Who has the lower defense? They're both defense 7, right?
This guy is defense 6.
Alright, going after him. Let's see if I can get a kill. That is 1 dead dwarf with a roll of 5. Support here versus 1. I got 1 die. I rolled a 2. Yes! You roll a 1. I win it! Yes, with defense 7. Okay, so I need 6. And I get it!
Oh.
Yeah! Thank you, Spear Supporter. Gimli against my Spear Support and my Corsair of Umbar. So Gimli, let's see what you get.
3 attack.
Yeah, 3 dice.
Option.
And you get the 6 and win it. Do push me back that inch. Here's the roll, see if you kill him. And you do with the 4. There's one dead Corsair. This is what the board looks like. It's kind of thinned out a little bit, mostly me. But I do have my heroes there. Ballin sort of sitting back with the rest of the dwarves.
Plus you have a big line of guys standing on the top of that wall.
That's true, I do have some guys up there shooting, hopefully. So, let's get into priority for the next phase. I got a 6. And a 2. Any heroics?
Probably.
Alright, we'll come back with the movement phase. So, Dalamar is calling a heroic move to counter the heroic move by Gimli. Gimli only has 1 point of might left, right?
Now
After
he does,
this?
yeah.
Yep. So, I have priority, so 1, 2, 3 goes to me, 4, 5, 6 you. It's a 5. Goes to the dwarves. We'll come back after their movement. End of the heroic move for the dwarves. This guy was out of reach of the 6 inches, as well as those 3 guys there, but everybody else was within. So this guy just moved up. Ballin's hiding out there, and these guys just charged into these guys. Spear there. Gimli into that one spear support. That Khazad into the Knight of Umbar. The Ranger into Dalamar. And this guy, like I said, can't move. So these guys are just going to charge him to counter that. And that is all of my movement, because these guys might as well just stand and shoot.
Oh, they could start.
The movement phase, this is what the board looks like. We got Dalamar and all those guys tied up. All my guys are tied up. And then we got one guy running across the board there. So we'll get right into the shooting phase. And these 2 guys at the end are going to try to do a shot into Gimli. So they have no in the ways except for the 1 combat. And they both hit. And here's the in the ways. And 1 hits each. So let's see if I can kill the spear support guy off. Nothing with the 2. And then on Gimli, that's a 2 as well, so nothing. So these 3 here, one's going to shoot into that guy. Starting off. Nothing. Next guy's going to shoot into that guy. Nothing. And third guy's going to shoot into that guy. Got him. Now see if I hit my own guy or his. I hit my own guy. Please don't kill him. And I do kill him. This guy here is Don's only shot. And then who's he shooting into?
Up on the wall.
Okay, so.
He did move, so he needs a 5.
Yep. He gets it.
There it is, in the way for the wall.
Yes. It gets
fast.
through. And then I have defense 6 because of the shields.
So
Give me
I need
plus
something
3. Good.
really good.
Not that.
Okay.
So these guys are safe. We'll come back with combats next. No heroics this round, so we're just going to start off with this combat here. I have 2 versus your 2, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what you get. You get a 4 highest, and I get a 6. Push it back. So this guy, the green die will be the Abracam guard, the other guy will be the spear support. So that's a dead iron guard. And then we'll go to Dalamar versus your 1. So he rolls a 6 and takes it. And let's see if we can kill him. So I do get to re-roll that because of Bane of Kings.
Okay.
So let's see if I can roll better. There's a 6 right there. So that ranger is dead. 1-on-1 here. Let's see what you get. You got a 2. I got a 3. I take it. I would have used a might just to save my horse if I had to. That's if I can kill him. Your defense 7?
Yep.
I need 6s. Oh, that's a 4. I'm not killing him off though with might. Sorry. 1-on-1 here. Abracam guard versus a dwarf. Abracam guard gets a 3. You get a 5. You push him back. Ah, he's trapped. And you kill him anyways. Gimli on spear support. Gimli. 3 dice in it up.
See if he can avenge the death of the Khazad.
Yes. Oh, you do get the 6. No way. Push him back an inch. Okay, can you kill him? And he can kill the dwarf as well. Or the Corsair as well. 1-on-1 right there. I got a 6. 3. Alright, and your defense 6?
Yes.
Alright, so we need 6s. That's a 5. Nothing. This guy here versus 2. He's gonna shield. Let's see what I get here. I do get a 6. And I push his back. And then the guy over here is also going to shield. And he has 2 on him as well, I believe. 2, yeah. So here's my roll. I got double 5s. And I push it back again. Those guys are rooted. We'll come back with priority next. Priority next rounds. Here we go. I got a 4.
Come on, let's see if I can win 1 priority. Nope.
You got nope. Any heroics?
I think I have to do a heroic, yes.
Alright, then I will also be calling a heroic with the Knight of Umbar. So Gimli's calling Don's heroic, and I'm assuming heroic move.
Yes.
I'm calling one with the Knight of Umbar. I have priority, so 1, 2, 3, it goes to me. 4, 5, 6 to Don. And it goes to me with that roll of a 3. That's what I need. We'll come back with my movement next. Starting off with the Knight of Umbar, I'm going to do a, let's see, I'll do a 2-die, 3-die command, or immobile, or transfix, sorry, on Gimli. So here we go. Got a 6.
Okay, I will throw both of his will at him.
Alright. Ah, you got a 6 to cancel it, and then he's just going to charge in on Gimli as well. So, the end of my heroic move, I charge the African Guard into that guy, Hilm into the Hilm, Dalamar and the Knight of Umbar into Gimli. This guy charged into here. This guy just set up a shield wall of sorts, if you want to call it that, and the Spear Support just charged in over there. That way, nobody can get around to the Knight of Umbar or Dalamar, who is on Gimli, and also the Warlord, or the General of the Dwarf Army. We will come back with the rest of Dawn's movement next. During the movement phase, this of Dawn, I should say, this Iron Guard is charging into that Corsair there. He's going to throw an axe at him and hopefully hit him with it. That's a cock 6. That's a 5, still hit. Correct?
It is.
Alright. And there's a
look at the axes.
Corsairs. Oh, I think I'm broken after this turn, maybe.
Okay, so this guy instead is going to charge this person.
Alright, and his turn right there.
Yep.
Movement phase, obviously these guys have stayed up there. Everybody else is charging around. That guy looks like he's SOL, and that guy looks like he's SOL. That guy looks okay. That guy does not look too good. But I do have Knight of Umbar and Dalamir on Gimli. So we'll come back with shooting next. This guy here is going to shoot into that rear guy there that's not in combat. Misses. Next guy's going to do the exact same thing. Misses. And then the other 3 are just going to shoot into that combat. And I get 1! Yay! Let's see who I hit. I hit myself. And I killed myself! Yeah! Woo! I think I'm killing more models of my own than yours with my shooting this round. On over here has one shot with that dwarf. Who are you shooting at? The guy
on the wall.
Yeah.
So he needs a 5.
He gets it. Your shooting's better than mine.
In the way for the wall.
No. Nothing. So we'll come back with combat next. So Dawn has called a heroic combat with Balin. I've called a heroic strike with the Knight of Umbar. And so we got to do that combat first. Let's see what you get.
Okay, so these will be the 4 Iron Guard.
Yep. And you get a 5 highest so far.
Yeah, and then this will be
Balin. Okay. And 5 highest. I am shielding. I get a 6.
Yeah,
and you can't even...
I can re-roll one of these dice because he has Durin's axe.
Okay.
So we will re-roll the 2.
Okay. It's still not enough.
I'll burn both might.
How many might does he have? 3 in total?
Yep.
Awesome. So, no might left on Balin. Let's see. He's not trapped, so just gets pushed back the inch. Let's see if you can kill him.
Okay, so Balin is strength 4, but +1 to wound.
Yep. And you kill him. That wasn't a surprise. Balance charging in Dalamar.
Yep.
Okay.
There.
And then the other 2 guys.
The Iron Guard will attempt to charge the Knight of Umbar.
Okay, they do need a courage test.
Let's check what his courage is here. It's 4.
Okay, so it goes down to 3.
So he needs a 7 here.
And he gets an 8, so he is in.
Okay, and I'll roll for the other guy too in case he's got range.
And he's also in. So I'm going to do the Knight of Umbar first.
Alright.
I automatically have the higher fight value.
You do.
Because I called a heroic strike. Let's see what I... 1, 2, 3. Wow. That's not what I wanted. This could be bad.
Okay, here's Gimmer.
Yep. You get a 5. I can't even might that, so you win. Terrible. Terrible rolls here.
Okay, are you trapped?
I'm trapped.
You are?
Yep.
Okay. So I will go with the Iron Guard at the horse first.
Okay, Iron Guard at the horse. Here we go.
So here's the first attack.
Nope.
Second attack.
Nope.
Third attack.
Yes. So he's dismounted.
Yep, and then
I'll get his model later.
So that Iron Guard actually has 4 attacks because of the trap. So here's his last attack on the Knight of Umbar.
No.
And then the other Iron Guard with 4 attacks on the Knight of Umbar.
Yep.
Nothing.
Probably. Defense 8, so.
Yep. And
Gimli.
Gimli.
There's not a 6 yet, and he has no might.
Nope. And so he needs a 6 with strength 4.
Yep,
Yeah,
he does.
Yep. Okay, so 3 more.
And there's 1 wound, so here's the fate. I make it.
Okay.
Yow! And dismount. He's fine. Right in there. We'll do this fight here.
All right.
I got 1-on-1. Got a 4.
I will fight normal.
Yeah.
Because I'm not burdened.
You got a 6. And can you kill him? You can with that 5. That African guard is slaughtered. We'll do the spear support on 4. I got a 6. You got double 1s, but yeah, that's not good. Who has lower defense? Them? Or are they both 7? Alright, let's see if I can get a 6. Nothing. So I do push them back. This combat over here next. I got Dalamar on Balin and 1 warrior. So
the bowman will faint. Here's Balin's attacks.
Balin gets a 6 and does push me back. Because I have a lower fight value. And you roll the wound.
Yeah, so this is the bowman.
Yep. Nothing.
And Balin.
Yeah, that's a wound. So, first fate makes it. It's down to 2 fate, 2 wounds.
Okay.
Priority next round. I rolled a 1, you got it automatically. So, who are you going to charge? Gimli here is charging into that Corsair, needing 5s to hit.
Yes.
And
I'm
4s
actually
to
remembering to do my throwing axis, which
Yes.
is amazing.
And that is a 3, so nothing. But he does charge in on that Corsair.
Boink.
That Khazad Guard is charging the Knight of Umbar. He is fearless, so doesn't actually need to make any rolls. That Iron Guard there is charging Dalamar with the throwing axe. Nothing. Balin is going to charge in the Knight of Umbar here. Does need to make a courage test with -1. And he should be fine with a roll of a 7. This is what the board looks like at the end of the movement phase. I'm not moving these guys up here, of course. All these guys are trapped and encircled. Those 2 guys are running for the objective. So, I got shooting. All 5. Well, you got shooting first, probably, right?
I have priority.
You do. That's why I stopped. I'm used to me getting priority this turn.
So this guy moved too far to shoot, but this bowman and this bowman both moved half, so we'll both shoot on the wall, needing 5s.
No. Nothing. Okay, so my 5 here are going to shoot at Gimli. They will have it in the way for the 1 guy that's in the middle there.
Yep.
So 3 hits in the ways. 2 hit my own guy. Let's see if I kill him. I do kill him. 1 hits Gimli. And I get a 6. So that is a wound on Gimli.
Okay, let's take the wound.
And he just takes the wounds. And my guy is dead there. Uh-oh. So Don wants to start off combat phase with Dalamir versus the 3. So I have 3 attacks. I do have fight 5. And I get a 4 highest, but no might to increase that.
Okay, I'll be fainting with both Khazad Guard, I guess.
The Iron Guard there.
Or Iron Guard, sorry, my bad.
You get a 6. He's not trapped. I can't move back, so you're going to have to make way back, but we'll just see if you kill him off.
So here's the 1 guy that's not fainting.
Okay. That's nothing with a 1.
What's your defense?
I believe it's 5. 4. 4.
4? So I need only 4s.
And you got 1 there.
That's it.
Alright, so first fate, nothing. Second fate, makes it. So I have 2 wounds left on Dalamar. Next combat's Balin versus his 2 guys versus Knight of Umbar. I am copying the attack, skill, and fight value of Balin. So here's my roll. I get a 6.
Okay, so Balin.
Yeah, gets a 6 as well. So roll off. 1, 2, 3, it's me. 4, 5, 6, you. It goes to me. These guys are lower defense, right?
7.
7, and he's...
I have to check. I think he's
8. Well, I'm gonna put, if he's 8, I'm gonna put him on him.
He's 8.
Alright. Here we go. So I need 6s all around. I got nothing. We'll come back with next phase priority. Here we go. 1. Alright. Don has it again. I am gonna call a heroic move with the Knight of Umbar.
Okay.
So Knight of Umbar is going to do a 2-die transfix on Gimli, needing a 4+. Gets it with a 5. Gimli has no will left, so he can't resist. And then the Knight of Umbar is going to charge into that guy. Right, like so. Then Dalamar is going to charge into that guy, like so. And that is the end of my heroic move. Dalamar on his way in is going to do a throwing dagger on him. Hits with a 6. Strength 3 versus defense 8, so I know he 6s by 4s. That's a 2, so nothing. Here's attempting to charge the Knight of Umbar. And he does not make it.
Okay.
End of the movement phase. These guys have snuck forward. Those guys stayed stationary. And those guys stayed stationary so they could shoot as well. And you saw the charging with everybody else. So we will come back with shoot phase next. There's 3 bowmen that did not move that are shooting my arbalisters up there. So they need 4s. And 1 hit.
In the way for the wall.
Yep. And gets through. And nothing. And arbalisters. Arbalisters are all 5 are going to shoot Balin. I know I have it in the way for combat, but here we go. So 2 misses in the ways here. All get through. That's not good.
So it hits my people, right?
Yeah. So I gotta randomly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
So, all right. So 2 on the middle guy there.
Yep.
Nothing, and then 1 on Balin. It's a 6.
Yeah.
It is a wound.
He'll take it.
All right. So there's 1 wound on each of them. Woohoo! And they only have 2 wounds, right?
Yep.
Excellent. Knight of Umbar, he is going to copy Balin's attack and fight value there. So here's my roll. You get a 6. That's strong.
It is.
Can you get a 6?
Here's the... Well, I don't have any might, so... well, here's Balin.
Nope.
Here's the Kazad. I can still re-roll.
There's a 6, and now we're tied. So 1, 2, 3 goes to me. 4, 5, 6 you.
Okay, it's my turn to win.
Yeah. Come on. Goes to me. I'm putting them both on Balin. I need 6s. There's a 6 and a wound.
First point of fate.
Yeah. Out of 1.
Actually, he only has 1, so
yeah.
This is it.
And nothing. So Balin is dead. Knight of Umbar slayed him. Next combat is Dalamar versus that group of guys there. I'm hoping for a 6 because I do have a higher fight value. And I do get it right there. I'm going to start with my first attack on Gimli because he only has 1 wound left. He has 2 fate?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the first one. I get to re-roll this. It's a wound. So do I put the rest on him or do I keep on going?
I don't know.
I'll put a model on him. Why not? So re-roll those. And I got a 5 strength for your defense 8, right? So nothing. Just 1 wound on Gimli.
Okay, so here's his first point of fate.
Fate. Nothing.
Second point of fate.
Oh! All right. And that is all the combats. We'll come back with an issue next. 30 next rounds. I got a 1 again. You got a cocked die. Let's see. It's a 3. Priority goes to the dwarves. Gimli here is charging at Dalamar. Throwing max. Yeah. Nothing. Iron Guard here is charging into the Knight of Umbar. And he does not make it. End of the movement phase. So it looks like those guys are staying stationary. These guys here are charged into everybody here. And those guys stay stationary as well. So we'll go combat next. And shooting phase. We'll be shooting into...
I've got 3 bowmen again, firing up on the wall,
into
needing
the wall.
4s.
Here we go. And 1 hit.
1 hit, in the way for the wall.
Nothing. I have 5. And guess who they're shooting into?
The bowman?
No. Gimli.
Oh, okay.
Let's get rid of Gimli. I have 1 hit in the way. I do get through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure.
Gimli will be 5, 6. That's what I want. It's a 2. So it's that guy there. And nothing. So combat's next. All right, starting with Dalamar here.
So Gimli will go with the... I have no might here, so 3 for Gimli, 2 for the Iron Guard, and 1 for the regular dwarf. We'll fight normal.
And you get a 6.
So
I'm not trapped, but he only has 2 wounds left and he's only defense 4. So, pretty sure you can take him out with Gimli alone.
Okay, so this guy is strength 3.
Okay, needing 5s. Nothing.
And these guys are strength 4.
Okay. And there's 2 wounds to Dalamar, who is now defeated. Knight of Umbar.
Yep.
I got 1 attack.
I'll fight normal with all 3.
Got a 6!
Alright,
yeah! Who's the lowest defense? Anybody? Or are they all 7?
7.
Alright, so we need a 6 again to slay 1. 5, so nothing. Come back. So, beginning the next round priority. I rolled a 1. And you rolled a 1. I got it. I completely forgot to be making priority or checks for these guys. Courage tests. So we're going to try this now. First guy fails. Second guy fails. Or makes it, sorry. Third guy makes it. Fourth guy makes it. And last guy does not make it. So 2 of these guys run away, leaving me with 4 models left on the board. The game will end this turn. I completely forgot to do that. I do apologize.
I think
Don,
they were
I'm
killing
sorry.
just as many of your own guys.
I was killing lots of my own guys. So Knight of Umbar is going to do a black dart using 3 of his 6 will left on Gimli. Gets it with a 6.
Okay.
Now I need to roll something good. That's a 6, so that is a wound to Gimli.
Okay, so he'll use all 3 of his will to stop it?
He has no will left. Gimli has no will. Because he used 2 to...
Who died? Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So that's a wound.
He takes a wound. He
Yeah.
has 1 fate left.
He only has
Which
2.
one was
He
it?
only has 2 fates, and he's already used them both.
Yeah, I'm confused at which
Yeah.
this is the guy. So he
he
would
is
be
dead.
then. Oh.
Yeah. And then I'm going to run him into that guy there. Here's a roll for courage. See if he gets through. Sure. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Fail.
Number 2.
Okay, well, maybe this guy will try to roll courage.
Okay.
Nope.
And that is it that I think can reach him.
These bowmen can get there. So
and charge
the
on him.
bowman will,
Okay.
will try.
Nope.
Nope. And the other one. Come on, one of you.
No.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. All right. We'll come back with shooting next. 3 of these guys shooting into those 2 guys there that moved on to the objective. So all 3 hits. Where was that roll earlier? First one I'll put on that guy.
No.
What's his defense? 6?
7.
Ah. No. And last one. No. Nothing. So, pretty sure I know what's going to happen, but let's go into combat. I roll a 1.
Let's do it.
I literally rolled a 1. I called it. Did I not?
Okay, I'll fight normal.
Yeah.
Seeing as you've rolled already.
Yeah.
So I guess
Don't roll a whole bunch of 1s.
it's impossible.
That is impossible.
Absolutely impossible.
It could happen. All right, you take it with 5s and 6s.
Where was that when I
I'm not
rolled
trapped.
wound?
Let's see.
Okay, they're all
Kill him.
strength 4.
Yep.
So I don't know if I need.
He has
6.
1 fate left, so you only need
6 or 6 4s.
They're all strength 4, so 6s.
6s. Okay,
Yeah.
here it is.
You have 1. Let's see if I can save it. I do, so he is still alive and contesting that center objective. And this is what it looks like. He still has that objective, and sorry, I am not contesting because pushed back, and he does have that far one. So Don is clearly the winner, so we'll come back with our after action report next. Welcome guys to the after action report. So you saw the match between Don and I, and his dwarves kicking the Corsairs' butts.
That's true.
But
Just couldn't kill the Knight of Umbar.
No, but I did slay both Gimli and Balin.
You did, yes.
So Balin didn't die in his tomb.
No.
He died because of the Knight of Umbar. Yes!
Well, maybe he crawled off the battlefield with just a major injury.
It's true. So I think Dalamar is probably going to be the hero of my match. It was a 15-3 victory for Don, by the way, so it was pretty decisive, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I would say...
Yeah, he did well. It was
very well.
hard for me to chase him down and kill him.
Yeah.
Just because you can't trap him. So
No,
he was
hard.
surviving a little longer than I thought he was going to.
And he has 3 dice, which is really good for rolling, and higher fight than your basic dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought he probably performed the best. Knight of Umbar really was the most utilitarian of my group.
Yeah, he did well.
But yeah, what about you?
I think my...
I know, hold on. I know who your hero of your match is.
Who?
my Corsair
No.
Arbalesters, killing off all my own guys.
Actually, all my guys sort of spread out the wounds. I mean,
Yeah.
Gimli did well. He killed a bunch of guys himself.
Yeah.
I mean, even Balin probably got a couple of kills. So
Yeah.
nobody really shone as a beacon of,
No.
of
See,
light.
my Corsairs did it all for him. Killed them all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, it was the having the 5 guys. Was it 5 up on the wall?
5 up on the wall.
It just they did kill some guys. Some of mine, some of yours.
More of mine.
But it meant that your guys on the ground ended up getting outnumbered, and in this game, that's usually means bad things.
It is.
So,
it is.
yeah.
But that's okay. I just threw this list together with what I have.
Yeah.
I'm not fully done with everything that I have or that I want to have for my Corsair list. I don't even have any Reavers.
It's a fun army.
I mean?
It's a fun
just
army to play and a fun army to play against because you don't see it all the time.
No.
So it's good.
No.
And my army is my this is my travel case army.
Yeah, it's just a pick up and go. Yeah. So, no, but guys, that is it from us. Don, thank you for
Thanks
coming
for having
down
me.
for the day. I appreciate it.
enjoyable.
If you haven't seen it, we do have a video that we filmed to sit and talk a couple of weeks back, so check it out. We had a nice hour-long discussion, I would say. So,
looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, we'll have to think up of some more ideas, or maybe you guys can help us with some ideas as to what we should discuss. Right. So, thank you for watching, guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, ignite your hobby.